What is the mobility study and why did you decide to move forward with it?
Well, we decided to move forward with it because we are having increased development here in the city of West Palm Beach, and of course we've heard from our citizens that they're concerned about the traffic and maybe more about moving people around and how long it takes to get across Okeechobee Boulevard, and just a lot of different things like that. So we decided that we'd bring experts in and take a look and do what we're calling a mobility study. We have a group called ALTA that's conducting the mobility study, and they have some nationally known experts working with them, one of whom is Gabe Klein. And I had just finished reading his book, and I was very impressed that he was here in the city. He was head of the Transportation Authority in Washington, D.C. for some time, and now he consults and does these kinds of things, and very well-known experts. So they're going to take a look at how people move around our city, how cars move around our city, and how we can get that to be done in a more effective way.
And you were talking about growth, but a lot of people think that West Palm is growing too fast. What would you want to say to them about that?
Well, I understand that comment. I don't agree with it. I think that if cities aren't changing and growing, then they die. And West Palm Beach has become a vibrant urban center. We're a city, and I think some people have sort of forgotten that and remember back when it wasn't a vibrant urban center. Our median age is now 39 years old. That's our median age. So we've got more and more younger people coming to our city. They want to be in a place that's got vibrancy and jobs and people and fun and bikes and be able to walk around, have a walkable city. So I think growth and development is good. I think it has to be thoughtful. I think that we need to protect our waterfront. I will continue to say that. That's a gem that we have, and we're going to continue to work to make that something people like even more. But change is hard for people, and we're going through a change cycle.
And how do you balance that, making it exciting and vibrant and not too crazy?
Well, I mean, that's a really good question, and I think that we certainly have to listen to the people and what they have to say about, is it getting too crazy? But so many people now, I mean, I get stopped on the street all the time saying, we love it here, this is a great city, thank you for what you're doing. The feedback I'm getting is very positive feedback. I know that there are groups of people who don't like development, don't like change, but change is a way of life.
And the study is addressing people who walk, people who take public transportation, people who drive. How is it going to affect, how is the study going to address all these different types of transportation, and what benefits will they be seeing from this?
Well, there are a couple things. First of all, we're going to look at how people get around our city and making sure that it's safe for people to get around. So we'll look at the timing of the signals. Is there enough time for people to cross a wide street? Is it protected enough so people feel safe crossing a wide street? Is it lit enough so people feel safe crossing a street? We're going to look at the design of roads. So is there some other way we can design a road to move traffic in a more efficient way? We are also embarking on a bicycle master plan. So that master plan is going to address how to connect different parts of our city with bike lanes and to make sure that those bike lanes are connected and safe and protected. So, I mean, I'm not the expert. That's why we brought everybody in to do this. But those are some of the things that they're going to look at. They're also talking to people. They've talked to the town of Palm Beach. They've talked to the county. They're talking to FDOT. Just as an example, Okeechobee Boulevard, which seems to be the high-profile street, it's a state road. So we can't make any changes on Okeechobee Boulevard without getting approval from FDOT. So for example, we wanted to put some more lighting in the median. We were ready to do that. FDOT told us we couldn't. So, and people are still complaining that there's not enough light. So it's a very much of a juggle. We have the county that is the manager of certain roads, and they might agree or not agree with what we want to do. So it's really a matter of getting those three entities together. County manages all the streetlights. So if we want the streetlights to be better phased, they're the ones that have to agree to it. So it makes it, when people email me and say, can't you just take care of this? No, I can't.
Is it frustrating?
Yes, it's definitely frustrating. It's very hard because, as I said, we have some ideas and some things that we could implement tomorrow if we could get permission to do it. And that I think our citizens would be very happy. So let me give you an example. We wanted to do signs at the corners of Lakeview and Olive and Okeechobee and Olive that say, don't block the box. That's the intersection. We had to get approval from FDOT to allow us to put signs there. We had to get the signs made. Then we had to get FDOT approve where we put the signs. So finally we decided we would put those temporary movable signs. We called FDOT and they said, yes, you could put those up, but it has to be on a temporary basis. So while we're going through the process of getting all of these approvals, we have temporary signs up there now. I would have liked to just put the signs up. Why can't I just put signs up in my city?
You're probably hoping that people understand all the things that you have to go through to get something done.
Absolutely, and I have certainly gotten my share of emails that say, just do it, just get it done, and we have obstacles in our way that are obstacles from other governmental entities.
And what options do you think researchers will be looking at to change things? Are there any particular things on the table right now that you know about?
I don't, but I would suspect they'll look at signal timing. They're going to look at the design of the road. They're going to look at, should we be allowed to have right turns here or U-turns there, or, that kind of thing. Certainly the time allotted for pedestrians to get across, that goes with the signal timing. And, those kinds of things.
And bottom line, what would you like to see coming out of the mobility study?
Well, I would like to see a way to make it easier for pedestrians to get across Okeechobee Boulevard, Tamarind Avenue, Banyan Street. I would like to see certainly some recommendations on lighting. I think that's critical. I would like to see some recommendations on mass transit. We haven't talked about that, but I think part of the solution is going to have to be mass transit. So I'm hoping to see some recommendations on that. Other possible entrances and exits into our city.
Okay, let's talk about mass transit
Okay.
then. So we've got Tri-Rail already, and we have the new train coming through and buses. What would you like to see improved, and how is this going to affect West Palm?
Okay, so Tri-Rail and Brightline are north-south lines. We have nothing east-west, and that's where the people are coming from. So people are coming from the west into our city to work. Some small portion of them then go over the bridge to work in Palm Beach. So how can we get people who are driving into the city from Royal Palm Beach out of their cars, or from Wellington out of their cars? What we need is an efficient mass transit solution. Now that could be a bus rapid transit lane on Okeechobee Boulevard. So the bus would have its own lane, and it would be an express bus, pick up people at 441 and Okeechobee Boulevard, hop on the bus, get express lane straight into the city, get dropped off downtown at some transportation center. I think people would take that if it were Wi-Fi and comfortable and express. Who wouldn't get on the bus and take it? And I think ultimately way beyond what I'm going to see, but we need to talk about east-west light rail, some kind of a light rail system. Now, same with Southern Boulevard. We have people on Southern Boulevard who are coming in on Southern, and then they come 95 to Okeechobee. What can we do to get people coming Southern Boulevard into mass transit? Now, I've talked with, and I've spent time with the Chamber of Commerce in the Western communities. They're very pro mass transit, and they would be supportive and helpful to us as we consider those. We also have our trolleys. We have 600,000 rides a year on our trolleys. Now just think if each of those rides was in a car. So if we can expand our trolley routes to the north end and to the south end and have some reliable routes that people can hop on to get to downtown, I think it would be, people would take it. So we need to really be more serious about mass transit.
And this is good for the environment as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. The cars are one of the biggest contributors to our carbon footprint. We've pledged to be net zero by 2050, so we need to get cars off the road.
Okay, well, thank you, Mayor.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you very much.